Namaskar my friends, and today I'm back here with another Transformers review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the studio series Transformers The Last Night Decepticon Mohawk. Yes, I've had this piece with me for quite some time, but I never got to reviewing it, so here it is. And a big thanks to Shashwata Sagar for helping me out with this one. Thank you so much, buddy, for sending this my way for review. So let's quickly have a look at the box. So this is a much smaller box, as I think this is a core class figure, if I'm not wrong. Legends class, core class, I think. And yeah, this is the box. Nice artwork of Mohawk right there from the movie. Again, he transforms into the bike, and we'll be talking about the bike in just a little bit. And this is the other side of the box, and this is the top of the box. This is at the bottom of the box. So now let's have a look at the figure. So taking a look at his accessories, and well, he does come with this dagger, and I don't remember, and correct me if I'm wrong here, I don't remember him using this weapon in the movie. I don't remember that. Maybe I'm wrong, but nothing comes to mind when it comes to him using any weapons on screen in the movie. So it's nicely sculpted. He holds it pretty well, although it doesn't quite go in to that port in his hand, but that's just how it is. So yeah, he does get the dagger, and this is very small, so yeah, be careful with it, don't lose it. So now let's have a look at the figure, and here we have Mohawk in all his glory. Yeah, that's my Mohawk impression. Terrible impression. But taking a look at the figure and first impressions, I quite like the way this looks, at least sculpt wise. I think the sculpting on him is pretty good. Quite accurate, if not fully accurate to the CGI model, so I quite like that. He could have used a little more paint, I suppose, but yeah, overall I think he looks pretty good, in my opinion at least. He has a little bit of hollow parts here, but doesn't really bother me because, you know, there's no kibble. And this is a core class figure at the end of the day, guys, so you shouldn't expect a lot. And I quite like the way that the wheels are, you know, over his shoulders, very film accurate. And yeah, it's quite accurate to the CGI model, if not very accurate, as I mentioned. Chicken legs going on right here. And the best thing about this guy is the head. I quite like the way he looks, as if he's going to just start talking. And the reason I say that is because his jaw articulates. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna see you mofos later. I'm gonna see you mofos later. So yeah, that's my Mohawk impression once again, the terrible one. So yeah, very nice. Could have used a little paint on his Mohawk just to separate the Mohawk out a little bit. But yeah, overall, it's a very nice piece. So taking a look at his articulation, he does look up. Does look down. No, it doesn't look down a lot. It does look up. And it does go left to right, no attitude or tilt as such. The arms do go up to the side, the nice T-pose. It can go full 360, but because of the tires here, right here, it kind of gets a little difficult to do that. Single jointed elbow, but full range of motion, which is pretty good. I quite like that as well. No waist swivel, and no ab articulation either, because, you know, we don't have a joint there. The legs do kick out forward quite a lot, do kick backwards quite a lot, and do the splits better than any Spider-Man figure. So there you go. He also has a very nice single jointed knee with great range, and his legs do go up and down, and they do have ankle rockers right there. So yeah, very decent articulation. It's not, like I said, it's not the greatest, but yeah, very nice. Now let's have a look at his transformation. here we have Mohawk in his bike mode. Now, just before the start of the review, I did mention that I'm going to be talking about this bike. So this bike is actually the P51 Combat Fighter. This bike actually exists as it's shown in the movie, as you can see on your screen right now. That was the bike that Mohawk turned into. This bike actually exists. So I don't know much about this bike, but I think all the bike enthusiasts who watch this channel will probably be able to tell you a little bit more. And if you are a bike enthusiast, do let me know in the comments a little bit more about this bike. So I think this is a very, very nice piece right here. I think it's very cool. It's very nice. Obviously, it could have used a little more paint. The sculpt work is not too bad. I think it's pretty good, in my opinion at least. But yes, it does lack paint, and yeah, a little bit of paint would have really made this a lot more presentable in my opinion. The wheels do roll pretty well, as you can see. They both roll really well, so that's not a problem. And yeah, there's nothing much to say really. This is actually a real bike. It's based on a real bike. And I suppose, you know, if you're a bike enthusiast, you could probably look into this. But this is the P51 Combat bike. Some people even call it the Confederate P51 Combat bike. So, you know, I've just thrown some more names in there, so you can probably have a look at what I'm trying to say. So yeah, very decent. I think the transformation is quite nice, and it's not very complex. It's fairly easy. So yeah. There you go. That's the bike mode right there for Mohawk. And by the way, you can actually store the dagger or the knife on the bike mode, and it kind of acts as a kickstand of sorts, as you can see. Now let us get him back into his robot mode and take a look at some comparisons. And here's Mohawk with the Last Night Premier Edition Optimus Prime and the KO of the Premium Edition Megatron right here. That's how he scales with these two leaders. And here he's in comparison with the Autobot team. Of course, Drift is from the Age of Extinction. We have Bulkhead, the Premium Edition Bulkhead from the Last Night, the Studio Series Hot Rod from Last Night, and of course the Premium Edition Crosshairs from the Last Night. And here he is in comparison with the Autobot that decapitated him. We have Bumblebee in scale with Mohawk. So here's my final thoughts about this figure, and I don't think this is a bad piece to add to the collection. I think he's quite faithful to the source material, to the CGI model that was showcased in the film, and I think the bike mode is better than some of the other bike modes that have been released by Hasbro. I think this is the best bike mode that we have got so far when it comes to core class figures. You know, a definite buy for people who would like to, or who are into collecting the movie figures. So yeah, this is one guy you really shouldn't miss out on. Yeah, he does definitely help you in completing your collection, and he is an integral part of the team, although his screen time was cut short by Bumblebee. Well, if you've liked this review, then do give us a like, comment, share and subscribe. And of course, we'll be bringing more reviews for you in the next few weeks as well. So stay tuned for all of that. And till then, please take very good care of yourselves. Please take very good care of your families. Enjoy your collection. Always remember, till all are one. Thank you so much for joining us today.